Let's talk about healing, meaning eliminating the source of your emotional distress permanently. And what does that actually take? A lot of people have a vague understanding of it and think that it takes talking about what happened, doing exercises, doing somatic work, calming your nervous system. But really, there are three main conditions that need to be met in order for healing to happen on that level. They are awareness, safety, and what I'll just call knowing what you're doing. And in many cases, you only need the first two, but in more complicated cases, you need the third one and probably the help of a practitioner. So, what do I mean by those things? The first condition, awareness, is putting your attention on the feelings of distress, feeling them. The second condition is safety. And so, what does that actually mean? Your nervous system, your consciousness has to feel safe enough to fully feel those distressing feelings without flinching, without turning away, letting them fully process, metabolize, and dissolve and run their course. What this takes depends on the intensity of that distress. Some things it might just take being in front of a warm, caring person. Other times people use loving themselves, spirit, nature, God, your higher self. All these different things can bring feelings of safety and allow this condition to be met. In many cases, just meeting those two conditions, putting your awareness on the feelings and feeling safe enough to fully feel them, will actually just dissolve them and you'll be free of them. But the reason I include this third condition of knowing what you're doing is in many cases, just meeting the first two doesn't work. Either you feel good when you're doing it, but then when you go into that triggering situation, you're still triggered, or you feel better for a while and then all of a sudden you kind of regress and you start to get triggered again. As an example of how things can be more complicated, in a lot of cases, there's an underlying feeling that your system is really afraid of, covered by a layer of another feeling that sucks, but keeps you safe from that underlying feeling. And you wonder, like, why can't I get rid of this anxiety and vigilance? And you try and try and try, but you're actually fighting against your own defenses against this underlying feeling. And so there are ways of actually understanding what is going on here. And that's what my modality, peak states therapy, is like amazing at. So if you tried a lot of stuff and found that either your issues disappear temporarily and then come back, or they never really go away, it might be time to try something new. And that's why I'm here. I have a fantastic modality that can untangle these really complicated knots, and I love doing it, and I would love to help. So if this resonates with you, send me a message, go to my website, and I would love to chat.